All right, I think we are live. So, welcome to the stream. Let's see. So, what I want to do here is create a little script to clean up sort of what's becoming a tedious task that I do every week. So, I've been tracking week notes in Rome, although it doesn't really matter that it's Rome. It could be any sort of notes app. But the idea is I just kind of keep a running list of things that for me are notable that week, things I found on the internet, any TILs or blog posts I wrote that week, and then any sort of outstanding to-dos. And the piece of this that is becoming a little tedious is linking to these to-dos, linking to these tills. Because what I end up doing is I write the till and then I push it up to GitHub and then I open it up in GitHub and I grab that link and I copy it over here and then I copy over the title. And that's fine, but I think what would be nicer is to just have a list that I generate at the end of each week that sort of summarizes this list of URLs, because only 2 days into the week and already have 2. I expect to have probably 5 more. I've been trying to write 1 a day. And so, it could take a few minutes every single day to pull these into here, or I can just have a little script that I run at the end of each week. So that's what I'm shooting for. I don't necessarily want this script to be super robust. I think a few hacks that sort of make it work just well enough would be fine, and so that's what I'm gonna shoot for here. Where to start? I guess if I switch over to the terminal here, I've got TIL open, my TIL repository, and if I jump to the README, that's where all of this is stored. And maybe I'll introduce a split here. Let me quit out of this one. Okay. So, I guess that's what I'm dealing with. So I've got a git log here, and my line of thinking is if I can just specify what counts as a week, then I can find all the commits that fall in the range of a week and maybe extract the data that way. The data being what's the name of that particular TIL and what is the URL. And I think maybe with regard to sort of hacking this together, one of the things I can get away with is sort of by convention, I always put add when I'm adding a TIL, and then I list the title. So maybe I can take advantage of that. And then if I do so I can show the one for today, git show head. Let me say git show head name only. And so, there's maybe some data to be extracted from the commit message. I would then want to grab this name here because that's going to correspond to, let me go up here and say, jump to this file. If I say gbrowse like that, then it opens up here and so Rails and then the file name.md. If I can extract that, then I can sort of append this part on, and that'll be good enough in terms of assembling the fully qualified URL. So let's see. I think I was actually looking in a tail recently at the Git revisions man page, and in here you can specify a revision, but you can also specify ranges. So I'm wondering wonder if I can use that to my advantage, specifying a range. Let's see. Yeah, here's ranges. Say revision 1, revision 2. Yeah, but those revisions can be anything, and I remember some of these revisions are like yesterday, is that? Yeah, some of these revisions allow you to kind of specify temporal things. So yeah, I'm wondering if I know I'm just going to run it once every week, I wonder if I can, 5 minutes ago, yeah, I wonder if I can say like git log, yeah, head, and then dot dot, and then say head 2 days ago. Yeah, it doesn't like that too much. I wonder why. If I put this in quotes. Nothing. Maybe we've got these backwards. Maybe we've got to start with the head 2 days ago and go to head. Okay. So that gives us the commits for the last 2 days. Similarly, if I knew I was going to run this on a Sunday every time, I could do last 7 days and it would give me that. Okay. Yeah, and that goes back to Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday, February 9th, all the way up to today. So yeah, maybe specifying a range like this is the way to go. Yeah, and then can I get just like, what, one line? It's a little cleaner. What if I just want the... Yeah, that might be good enough actually, because then I can use some other program to like pull off the front part. I mean, I think I can use sed. Ooh, what would it be? Like substitution, maybe? And I can grab the first part, some star until I hit a space. Wrap that in quotes, hit a space, and then I can just return the first capture group, which will hopefully correspond to this thing here. Will that work? No, that just grabs everything. Oh, what if I do... That's what I meant to do. No, that still grabs everything. Maybe I can just say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for 7 characters. Like that. Maybe I'm not doing the capture group right. Let's see. Oh, I don't need to escape the... Or wait, let's look at the... Yeah, I don't need to escape the parentheses when declaring a capture group, so that was a crucial piece of this. Okay, it doesn't like the dot now. What if I got a dot star now and then made it up to the space? No, it's saying 1 not defined in the regular expression. So is that not finding that capture group? There it is in a /1 here. Maybe I need to use the -r. Let's look at the set here. Yeah, the command, that's what I thought. Okay. Seeing this specified here as anything listed in commands, so it's listed in commands. Set regular expression. You know, I feel like I've done this before. Let's see. Said. Yeah. I wrote a TL about this before, so what am I doing wrong here? -N. Oh. Okay, let's see what that is. Each line of output is echoed. The -N option suppresses this behavior. Maybe that's irrelevant to what I'm trying to do here. So this, oh, this is using the escapes. Well, getting mixed messages here, but I think I'm going to trust myself on this one. Not going to use any of these flags. Now that's still outputting all of it. So what if I say just the 7 characters here? Yeah, that's what this is doing. The beginning of the character foo, and then something in the capture group, and then Baz. It's saying just, so I'll put bar. Use -E. You don't need to escape. Okay, the -E is to avoid the escape in the parentheses, but I don't mind escape in the parentheses here. Not sure what I'm doing wrong here. Yeah, I wonder what this said. Character classes. I'm kind of curious if there's like an alphanumeric version of that. There's digit, alpha, digit, lower, upper. Oh, alnum. Interesting. Okay. So let's use that. So any number of alnums followed by a space, capture that. And let's say at the beginning of the string. What is this doing? Add. So it's removing the space. That's... Oh, I see what's happening. It's not extracting everything else. So I have a space and then a dot star till the end of the string. There we go. So I guess because I wasn't matching on everything else, like the rest of the line, it was then just after the replace was happening, then the rest of that was just following the replacement. So if I want to replace all of it, then I need to sort of match against all of it. Okay, so this pulls out, oops, this pulls out these values. Yeah, what do I want to do with those now? Yeah, maybe for... I don't actually ever know how to use xargs. I feel like it's... I can use each value of a previous command. xargs examples. Let's see. Okay. So what if I say xargs get show? Okay, get show name only. That's kind of cool. I basically just so I basically just took what this command was doing, more or less, and added on 2 other commands to just get the same result. So I don't know if that was that helpful, but we're learning some fun command line things along the way. Yeah. I mean, maybe if I just back this up, maybe what I have here is sort of the start of a script. So if I say, hit the wrong thing here. There we go. So if I open up a Ruby file, and I think you can run a process like that. Oops. And then I get the results. So what's 8C? So if I were to run Ruby summary, that just gives me the first character of it. Okay. So if I say results.split on the new line, give me the first of that. Oh, that's interesting. It's giving me this whole thing. Is the sed not working in the context of the script? That's strange. Well, I'm like half tempted now that I'm just in Ruby land with this to kind of split it out that way. Yeah, I do wonder what's causing that though. Oh well, that's probably not worth dwelling on. So we'll say commit list gets each of these, and then we'll say SHA list. So we'll get the SHAs for each of those commits. It's just commit list dot map. I say item dot split on a space, and then just take the first thing. Let's try that. Okay. So those are our SHAs. So then so maybe maybe what we actually want here is to map these, and we'll say SHA, and then commit message gets item dot split. There's a way with Ruby to only apply a split once. There we go. I guess I've searched that before. Give it that second argument. So only split and at most two parts. Okay. That's cool. So that'll, if we're, considering this, we got a bunch of spaces in this string here, but if I just split into two parts, it'll give me this as one part of it, and then it'll give me the rest of it as the second part of it. So, and then I do a little bit of array destructuring here, and that's what I'll return. So those two things. Actually, I can just do that in one line right there. And then I guess I can take this a step further and filter it. SHA message. And we'll say, oops, I put too many M's in there. Okay, and what do I want to filter on? Commit message that starts with add. Yeah, I think something like that. And then I can put out the SHA list. So we have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's get a line count. So there's 10 there. So if I save this now and I run it again. Oops. Starts with, that's an active support thing. Maybe string starts with. Oh, start with, okay. Like that. Since a Boolean returning method has a question mark on the end of it. Split, undefined split for Oh, sure. I don't need to split here, I just need grab the 0th thing. For the first thing. Okay, they're still getting 10, so I guess all of those were adds. And if I scroll back up here, I think probably, yeah, add. Okay. Sometimes the reason I'm checking for add is because sometimes I notice some sort of typo, or I realize I didn't reference any source material, so then I'll go back in and add that, and I don't think those usually, yeah, those are usually like fix so-and-so, so it doesn't, hopefully it'll filter out kind of those typo and after the fact commits and only grab the sort of initial commits. Yeah, so I guess with that in mind, let's see, git list only list files in commit. That's good. Diff tree, there we go. Ooh, okay. I like the looks of this. I guess I've looked at this before. Okay. Cool. Well, we are plumbing together a script here, so that definitely makes sense. Let's see. Yeah, maybe we want to turn, I think we want to move from like a list here to like from an array to a hash, so we can, or like an array of hashes so that we can keep track of this data a little better. Let's say commit list dot, yeah, dot map. And what do we have? We have a SHA and a commit message. And I want to turn this into this commit data. So it's going to end up as SHA commit message, and then files. So we'll get the files by doing what do we call this thing? A diff tree. Diff tree result gets, and we'll put the SHA in there. So it's going to grab all the files associated with this, with each of these commits, and then I can create files by saying diff tree result.split on new lines. Okay. Yeah, files is fine, but I think maybe I also want to list the, I don't know, the source file, which I'm going to consider to be files. This is again going to be pretty hacky because it depends on sort of these commits generally only having 2 files in them, the change to the README and the addition of the new markdown file. So what I'm thinking is I can say files, and I can do a set difference to remove the README, and then I can just grab the first of that result. And so if I do that, yeah, then that source file will be, yeah, where's an example of this? So if I say git diff tree no commit ID name only, and I say head, that's going to list the README and this thing, and so it's going to filter out README, and it's going to grab then the first thing from the list, which should just be this thing, because there should only be one thing in the list at that point. Okay. So, yeah, I guess from there we can start building up the sort of list of links. Although I also want to extract, oops, let's see, git show name only head. I also want to extract this part, and I think I generally follow this convention as a, so maybe I can leverage that as well. Yeah, I'm thinking the commit message. Well, before we get into that, let's just like spit this out. Commit data, yeah, okay. Yeah, files, source file. This is all looking right. I like the way that's coming along. So then, I guess what we want is description, if we want to call it that. And for the description, I want to do what I just described of taking the commit message, and I want to sub add for nothing, and then I want to, oof, yeah, we're getting real hacky here. Split as a, I will take the first part of that. How does that sit? Yeah, parse query from URL. Set a custom pager. I mean, I think that's working. The alternative, since this is running in the context of the repository, I could look up the file and read the title out of the file. That seems actually a little safer. Let me just press pause on that approach and instead see if we can read it from the file. So we'll say file.read source file. Actually, I wonder if we read first line from the file. Maybe there's like a really clean way of doing this. Read line. Oh, yeah, that's gets, okay. That's pretty clever. I like that. So this will be unparsed. I don't know, we'll just call it description. Description. Okay. And then I think we just need to, so if we jump back up here, we can see this, because Markdown always begins with a the sort of H1 syntax, so just need to strip that part off. I'm going to say sub that part out. And what do we have now? That's looking about the same, but we're getting this new line, so actually I wonder if, what it gets, I wonder if read line will fix that. No, it does the same thing. So, what is it? Trim, I think might be the way to remove white space from the edges of a string. Nope. Strip, maybe? Okay, yeah, that did it. These new lines are getting pulled off, and we're just getting the titles of the posts. Cool. So that's all coming out. I guess from here we just need to assemble this into sort of a list of markdown links. So let's see. So we'll go commit data and we'll map over that. Yeah, we'll call that links. Map over it. And we'll say, we'll just do a little string assembly here. And it's going to be a dash and a space, open, and then we're going to put in the data.description here. And we're going to do symbol access description like that. Then we're going to close that and we're going to open up the link part. And this, before I forget, is where, yeah, this part of the URL is going to come in. So we'll do that whole thing, and then we'll put in data source file. Yeah, that looks right. Close that up, close the quote there, and then take this a step further and use this Rome syntax to say yeah, like if it's Rails, I want it to say Rails in here. Yeah, I think we can do that. But I'm going to want to capitalize the thing. Let's see. Rails. Capitalize. Okay. What if we have a string like this? URI, URL. Path. Or no, I'm overcomplicating this. If I just say URL dot split and grab the first part of that and say capitalize. Okay. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to call that the topic. Yeah, source file. That's split, I capitalize, that's the topic, and then we'll just include that here. Okay, and then we can put topic in here, and I think that's it. Okay, and then links dot each do link, puts, link, something like that. Oh, what didn't I like? Local variable topic. Oh, sure enough. Got to pull that off of data. Okay. Yeah, so now I've got little markdown links here. Yeah, I mean, I like the look of this. The only thing that I'm kind of thinking about now, that's why I was kind of paused for a moment, is the piece up here where I'm doing like 7 days ago. This is sort of dependent on running it on a specific day of the week. And that's fine. But it'd be cool if I could say, I don't know, like last week, and it would just figure out the days and run it and generate it for, you know, right, so today's Monday, and so if I were to say generate a summary for last week, it would figure out, okay, find the last Sunday, then find the Sunday before that, and then find all of the commits that fall in between those 2 days. It's probably a challenge for a different day, though. I think I like what I came up with here. Yep. Okay. Cool. I think that is gonna wrap up the stream. Although I guess just for the sake of demonstrating that this works, I'm gonna copy these lines. I'm gonna hop back over here, and I'm gonna show how this could work. Oh yeah, that pasted in real cleanly. I like. And can I visit this then? Yeah, cool. That is really slick. I'm glad to see that sort of worked as I envisioned. Yeah, so again, a little bit of cleanup to be done on this, but overall, it went pretty well. And yeah, I'm wondering if I should maybe stick this in a gist, just to share it. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty specific to my use case, but it might still be interesting to others. So yeah, trail repo generate list of past weeks titles. Cool. Yeah, let's create a gist. Copy of that and see if I can put it in the chat here. Is that a thing? All right, well, there's a link if you're curious to look a little closer at it. And I'm gonna call it quits on this stream. Thank you for watching, for everybody who tuned in.